What is up, guys? Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with the original This Week in Destiny, giving you the full breakdown for the up and coming week. With the conclusion of Solstice 2023, we go into the final 2 weeks of Season of the Deep. With that, we have a full breakdown of the featured raid challenge, all the weekly rituals, all the exclusive loot, lost sectors, and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay, guys, let's jump into the video. Another week, another This Week in Destiny. This week marks week 11 of Season of the Deep, and as we said in the intro, we have just 2 weeks left of Season 21. On the 22nd of August, we'll have the new showcase for the final shape, which will also be the launch of Season 22. Now, last week also saw the launch of the State of the Game blog, giving an overview of the current state of Destiny 2 as it stands. But in that, we also find out that we have a developer insight article going live this week. This will cover things like changes to the PvP sandbox, abilities, and a brand new exotic armor rework. Now, much like the State of the Game article, this is likely to release on Wednesday, so keep your peepers peeled for that and stay stuck to the channel to stay up to date. Now, this week we'll also see the continuation of the Veil Containment. This has been offering exclusive lore each and every week throughout the Season of the Deep, and we have 2 final weeks left to get a full picture on what potentially awaits us in the final shape. Now, Veil Containment isn't the easiest quest to find. You can in fact find it over near Muna on the far left side of the map. And for your first completion, you'll get access to an exclusive legendary hand cannon. It's well worth doing, as some of the lore is absolutely groundbreaking. Now, these missions will continue throughout Season 22 and Season 23, but you will need Lightfall in order to access it. These will offer some exclusive lore and fill out the backstory as we move into the all-important final chapter within the Light versus Darkness saga. So if you're not fully up to date on the Veil Containment, make sure to get that mission done and head over to the terminal to listen through the lore to bring yourself up to date before the end of Season of the Deep. Now, from here, we're going to move on to the featured raid challenge for the Root of Nightmares raid. And this week's challenge is called All Hands, and this takes place over at the Nezarec encounter. Now, once again, thanks to blueberries.gg to complete this challenge, every member of your fire team must shoot 1 dark and light node during each phase of the fight. There are 6 nodes to hit on each side, so you'll need to work perfectly as a team with great communication and especially timing, as you'll need to shoot the last nodes together within a few seconds of each other. Now, if you do struggle with communication, you can devise a rotation to help smooth things out. But if you and your team can pull this off, then you'll gain access to an additional raid chest and also the new Adept reward for the week. This week's reward is the Acacia's Deception Trace Rifle, which is one of the best trace rifles currently available in the game. So if you haven't got it, or you're still looking to earn weapon patterns for it, then make sure to jump into the Root of Nightmares this week. Now, from here, we're going to move on to the featured raid and dungeon content for week 11. King's Fall returns as the featured raid. This was the second reprised raid in Destiny 2 and is a firm fan favourite. Now, as the featured raid, all the challenges are available too. Perfect if you're still looking to earn the Kingslayer seal, and further still, with all the challenges up, you can farm the weapons to your heart's content, allowing you to earn the weapon patterns as they're all craftable. Now, on top of that too, you can even farm Oryx if you're still looking to earn the Touch of Malice. This is getting a nice juicy buff in Season 22, and this week is a perfect opportunity to get your hands on it. Now, alongside King's Fall, the Grasp of Avarice returns as the featured dungeon. This launched back in the 30th anniversary pack and is the home to the Galahorn exotic rocket launcher. Now, the Grasp is one of the best places to get Artifice armor. You can choose to farm the Ogre if you're looking to earn certain armor pieces, or the Matador 64 shotgun, or even the final boss, which has a larger loot pool. The choice is really down to you. Either way, Artifice armor is some of the most desirable armor in the game, so if you haven't got good rolls on those, then this is another opportunity to pick them up this week. Now, next up, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. Once again, the Scatterhorn armor set is back, this time though alongside the Pathfinder armor set from Season of the Lost. Now, with Season of the Lost armor, we do get Season of the Lost weapons, including the Fractathist, the Chrysuria Mellow, the Vulpecula, the Wolf-Toned Draw, the Iota Draconis, the Canis Major, the Contingency Plan, the Legal Action 2, the Outrageous Fortune, the Steel Sybil Sword, and the Spoiler Alert Sidearm. Now, these can all drop during the activity, and when you complete it, or if you have strange coins, you can hand those over at the Star Horse over in the Treasure Hoard. Now naturally, some of these weapons will be getting updated in Season 22. If you haven't picked them up already, or you're still looking for god rolls on them, then you can jump into Dares of Eternity this week to pick them up. Now from here, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a returning Nightfall for week 11. Now for the penultimate week of Season of the Deep, we see the Psyops Battleground for the Moon return. Now this is up there with one of the trickiest Nightfalls in this season's Nightfall rotation, and this will be only the second time it's been in rotation for a Grandmaster Nightfall 2. Now if you and your team can pull this off, you'll also gain access to the Braytech Osprey, which is the Nightfall exclusive reward, and if you and your team can get a Platinum Medal on the Grandmaster Challenge, you will also be guaranteed an Adept reward upon activity completion. Now the Braytech Osprey is a returning high impact frame rocket launcher and has some unique and new perks available on it. In terms of some of the most popular trait combos, it can roll things like Cluster Bomb and Destabilizing Rounds, Cluster Bomb and Lasting Impression, or even Cluster Bomb and Bipod. Now things like Bipod will also be getting an update in Season 22, so if you didn't get a good roll on the Braytech Osprey when it was last available, then make sure to pick one up upon this week's weekly reset. Now moving over to the Crucible, we see the return of Supremacy alongside Team Scorched as Crucible rotators for week 11. Now these offer totally different Crucible experiences, so if you still need to knock out some of the seasonal challenges, especially those that are linked to Team Scorched, then this week will be your last week to get those challenges done. Now from here, we're going to move on to the Lost Sector calendar for the up and coming week. This week kicks off in the K1 Revelation, and we'll be offering a chance at exotic helmets. As for Wednesday, you can head over to the K1 Crew Quarters for a chance at exotic boots. For Thursday, you can head back to the K1 Logistics for a chance for a pair of exotic gauntlets. And Friday, with the return of Trials, we'll be offering exotic chess pieces over at the K1 Communion. Over the course of the weekend, Sepulture will be back on Saturday for a second shot at exotic helmets, with Extraction being in rotation on Sunday, offering a chance at exotic boots. And to round out the week, we can head back to the Aphelions Rest over in the Dreaming City, and this will give you a shot at those exotic gauntlets. Now, as always, if you're still working to fill out your collection, either for new exotics that launched alongside Lightfall or Season of the Deep, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you want to check out this calendar in full for yourself, make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the full link to that down in the video description below. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 11 of Season of the Deep. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to be back to the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.